Good afternoon. My name is Jerry Snyder. Today we will be looking at the core principles of andragogy, and today I will be covering the 6 core principles of andragogy. As instructors, this is our mission in adult education, teaching adult learners. Our first core principle is learners need to know. It's the questions of who, what, and why. Is it relevant to the adult learner? Is it applicable to the adult learner? Does it allow for growth for the adult learner? All those questions must be addressed under the first core principle. The second core principle is the self-concept of the learner. This is a very difficult concept to use for the instructor. It requires the autonomy of the adult learner and self-direction, which means kind of a hands-off approach for us as instructors. We're basically guiding these adult learners to be independent. The third core principle is prior experience of the learner. That doesn't mean they have to have the experience of the subject matter that you're teaching, but the life experiences that they're bringing in, the resources that they bring in, the mental models that they bring in. The things that happen to us throughout our lifetime is coping. The stress, the anxieties, the hustle and bustle of everyday life. Adult learners can handle that a whole lot better than those that are coming straight out of high school. The fourth core principle is readiness to learn. That doesn't mean sitting at your desk and having your pencil and paper ready. That's not what readiness to learn is. Readiness to learn basically talks about being, is it life-related or is it a developmental task? Whichever one that you are using, the student must see the value. All right, either they have to see the value of it in the present time, or you have to explain it to them where they're going to see it in the future. But it must be something that is that they can see value in, or they won't learn it. The fifth core principle is the orientation to learning. This is problem-centered or contextual. It covers basic material, and it also includes complex material, which means at times you have to cover the basic material first so that they can understand the concepts and the teachings of the complex material. Excuse me. If they don't, then you're going to frustrate the learner, and they're not going to learn. The sixth, and what I believe is the most important concept, is the motivation to learn. This is an intrinsic value of the student. They must be motivated and positive and life gearing towards learning that subject matter or program that you are teaching. If they aren't, then they're not going to be able to succeed at a level that they need to in their job or in their future profession that they're looking at training into. So, well, I've just covered some of the 6 principles, and I am an instructor at Sinclair Community College, and what I do in my classroom is I present real life scenarios, real life problems, and have the students work through those problems either by themselves or in groups. Some of our tasks that we do in the IT field are team related and some are individual related. Which they are, you'll have to know how to do both. So I basically encourage the students to stay positive, that you're going to get frustrated, but as you go through the studies and if you go as an adult learner, you've gone through life, you should be able to cope with the stresses and the problems that you're going to incur. So that is my lesson for today of covering the 6 core principles of andragogy, and I hope that you've learned something from this video. Thank you.